Hey, Mr. Carter, I swear, you're gonna die. I swear you're gonna crack up. We spared no expense.
That's funny, dude. That's so funny. That's good, man. Oh, you had fun with this. Fucking goofy shit, but we're loving it.
Oh my God.
Okay. We spared no expense.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my God. What are you
We're
doing
back.
here?
I'm trapped in here.
I wasn't
My
prepared for gentlemen callers.
I didn't prepare. I didn't cover my private parties. Okay, so we're back.
Can I make you some sweet tea? Can I make you some sweet tea?
I'll make you some sweet tea.
Welcome.
Hello, we're back.
Welcome to the nonsense
Welcome.
realm that we reside
Welcome
in. It is
to the insanity.
And it is Nickachu,
which is Nick above the head.
friends. And we're here to
Nickachu,
talk
one of our
about
friends.
nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
We're
We're not talking about nothing. Nothing. Let me tell you something.
Nunca.
So we're back. Nunca.
Thank you.
Das ist new.
We survived FIFA. We survived a lot of the nonsense in the world.
We survived the great shoe drought of 2026.
We somehow survived the
We're
great
here.
mushroom disaster of 10,022 if you're living in health years. And here we are. So, thank God the mushrooms have regrown and Nick and I are still surviving.
And there's mushroom for everyone here. Mushroom.
Enjoy at your leisure, people.
Come in, have a seat, but not really. Okay, so we're ready. Right?
So we've gone through the regular crap, but welcome.
Yeah.
My name is Steve. I'm bass player for Isolus and Sugar Dragon, and also I participate in Nick Above the Head at my leisure with my friend
Nickachu. I'm an actor, writer, podcaster. That's a secret. Don't tell anyone. And I'm working on a script, and it's going to be a mega awesome hit. I know it is. It's based off an awesome song by Warren, which I've had this thought back in the 80s. And yeah, I'm dating myself right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Down Boys. It's a buddy cop movie, and it's almost ready to shop. Adding the finishing touches on it now, but
I've read it. It's
that's
terrific.
what's going on.
It's great. I think it's great.
Thanks, man.
I really enjoy the story, and I think it's got a long legs here, people.
Thank you, man.
Long legs.
Long legs.
I have been involved as a executive producer for a movie called The Third Eye Major Arcana. Our male lead, Bryce Alakai, has just won Love Island USA.
Cheers.
Which, given us a lot of press. The genius behind this is Lawrence Sue, who really has got his stuff together, and I've been following him and been friends with him for probably 22 years, 25 years at this point. But he knows what he's doing. He's very in touch with the film industry, and he's got something special here. So I'm helping him produce that, which is awesome. I'm also in a band called Sugar Dragon.
Sugar Dragon?
Sugar Dragon, we're in New Jersey, so here we are, August 15th at Ocean Gate by the pier at 6:30, August 29th at Jamie's in Red Bank, 9 to 12, September 4th, Pig and Parrot in Brielle in the evening, September 7th, 11:30 to later, with the Waterfront. We're doing a duo acoustic, which is rare.
Nice.
Yeah, September 18th, we're doing the Lake Hopatcong boat show, which is always fun. We've done that for the last 3 years.
Nice.
September September 27th, doing the Screaming Hill Farm Brewery at 12 to 4. And October 3rd, Saturday, 7 to 10, we're at Pick and Parrot in Frio. So fun stuff. If you ever want to talk about Neck Above the Head or Sugar Dragon or Isolus, my original band, love to talk to you about it. Come on out. It's always a pleasure and always a gift to meet people. So thank you.
It sounds like you got a real busy schedule, bro. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Here's what we're doing a lot of learning and sort of research, and it seems that people look. I'm older. We're both older. We're not 30 anymore. We're a little bit older, but
yeah,
a lot of the people who come out to see us their kids are in college. Their kids are, rolling on, and they just want to hear music that they're familiar with, and we do all of that.
I think that's great. A cool thing, dude. I mean, when those kids are bouncing around in the back seat the 90s,
right?
Mom and Dad were, our age, and they know the music and they love it. I see a lot of people. I see like kids like with like a Nirvana shirt. I even saw a kid at Walmart with a White Lion shirt on last week.
Right? Isn't that weird?
It's weird. It's like it passes on, And I know they're two different kind of time things, but like music from the past. Good music is forever. Good music,
It prevails. Yeah, I mean, the Freddie Mercury of 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it is, it doesn't resonate the same way. It doesn't mean that Freddie Mercury isn't still important and valid and vital.
No.
Of course he is. It doesn't mean Styx is, early Journey is vital or valid. Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing music, but like, it doesn't speak the same way that bands from the 2000s, or if you grew up in the 2000s, or if you're Gen X or what have you, it doesn't speak to you the same way. But Muse does, you know what I mean? So like, The Cure does, the Smiths do. So that's what we do, and it's awesome. The response has been great. It's been really welcoming, and I don't want to eat up much of the time, but man,
no, it's okay. I love what you do. Steve had a band called the Headspins back in the 90s. I first started catching a bar participation in a local bar out here. Awesome bar, by the way. Shout out Tom Janaran. I would go see him. I'd go see him, and was it Wednesday you play or Thursday? Thursday.
It had to be Wednesday because Tuesday was the Love Pumps night. So
Love Pumps.
We were,
and then they got a slow build up. It was a slow building of fan base, and then boom, and then Love Pumps had some people down, so they brought Steve and Rob on over, and the rest is history. It just took off from there. And
so we kind of combined,
you guys were like monsters, dude. You guys are fucking,
it's true.
You freaking monsters.
It was a great time, and like really combined what people wanted to hear from what the Love Pumps were doing, which was Rage and which was the harder edge stuff, and we brought in the Cure, the Dramarama edge, and maybe it spread out some knowledge of some music that people, and that's what I always loved about it, was like showing people new music. And like, who the hell am I? I'm not the tastemaker. I'm not Matt Pinfield, but it just seemed to work out where like people would accept, hey, you're going to play something new every week or every other week, and introduce us to something new. And it was like listening to the radio, because like we were true to the original source, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and you would jump on things right away. But you also, you played a lot of stuff that mattered. It mattered to me anyway, but to many also, I believe. School of Fish, 3 Strange Days, great song. And it just it didn't pick up as much steam as it should have, but it was a mild like college hit, I believe, right? Like it did pretty well there.
Yeah, it did.
It was good, great song. I first heard it, great song. School of Fish, 3 Strange Days, check it out. Anyway, they brought a bunch of songs that were not as prevalent at the time to the forefront. And
thank you, man.
Anything, Dramarama, you guys made that your own, and then everybody started doing it. Awesome.
And, which is funny because like I would go to like the surf club or wherever the singer was playing, and we'd hear the same thing. I was like, "Yeah, this is great," and we've been playing that song. That's a Jersey thing. You probably don't know it if you don't live in Jersey, but like
Yeah.
Easdale, the singer, was like a huge fixture in New Jersey indie
Yeah.
rock, and I followed him around all the time, and listened to him from many clubs and wherever he played. And a lot of these things kind of roll up. And like, you know what? Like, drum roll was great. Can we? And their last records, they had the drummer from Blondie playing with them. I mean, they had a lot of great stuff and stuff that
Good
would
drummer.
make people like go, "What?" Like this little band from New Jersey, but they weren't little; they were awesome, and I love everything they've ever put out. So like that kind of rolls along to what we're talking about, where like maybe if they didn't hit at the right time, we're gonna be happy to expose their terrific music to whoever's
Yeah.
out maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, because we're out there and like we honor the music and we play it right and we don't mess around, you know.
Um, there's Jersey has a plethora. Good word, right? Has a plethora of musicians that just haven't been exposed as they should have. A lot of
I think that
talented
comes up a
guys.
lot. I think that comes up a lot. A lot of people have independent articles where they say, Jersey is like one of the last unreaped scenes for great original music, and it's true.
Yep.
There's I know a lot of amazing musicians who live in the state, all up and down the border, and it's amazing. And we're so close to New York City, and you have plenty of great studios in New York City, but SIR and whatever. But there's plenty of other areas in New Jersey where there's so many people who've been playing for decades,
Yep.
and it's amazing. It's amazing stuff. So
John Eddie's another one. John Eddie.
oh yeah, I mean, just start with back in the '80s and move on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bon Jovi was in New York State.
Yeah.
David
Southside Johnny.
Bruce Springsteen, Southside Johnny. Bruce Springsteen still comes around with a hat and a bodyguard and sees original bands all the time.
Yeah.
And like, you can't give anybody more credit than Bruce, maybe Little Steven, for like exposing New Jersey music.
Yeah.
Little Steven has his own channel on Sirius, and like, he's happy to expose all of that stuff, which is great, but there's a lot more out there. I would say this is the most fertile state for original music. And
a friend of mine who didn't quite hit, but I think should have, and a lot of people say it, you know him, Mike Dalton.
Oh, I don't know how Mike Dalton hasn't hit, because he's a gritty original songwriter.
Yeah.
Who's been through the road wars and has been through it all.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, and every time we bump into each other, he remembers me and I remember him. And like, it probably took 5 years for me to go, "Oh, you're Mike Dalton," because I'm an idiot. I'm terrible with faces and names, but like, the guy grinds. He grinds, and he writes great music. And he's a great person. And he's always out there for fundraisers. He's always out there for the things that matter to people. I love Mike Dalton, and I'm a huge supporter.
He played at a fundraiser for me, and he's always there.
Right.
This place, this state, is chock full of musicians that are famous, maybe not so famous, but all cool. Like,
right.
You guys, the guys in Trickster, they're always cool. You run into them.
There's plenty of studios here. There's plenty of musicians here. There's plenty of anything you want from A to Z. Equipment repair. There's plenty of places I could direct you to. These guys, this state does it all, and because it's in the shadow of New York City, it gets kind of overshadowed, if you will. And it's not fair, because this state has everything you need.
Everything.
Skiing, surfing, equipment repair, original bands, cover bands. It doesn't matter. Everything you want to see, you got it here in Jersey. And I'm not being a shill. It's true.
No,
I've been all over. I've been all over the East Coast, and my God, Like, this state has some of the best bands, A to Z, than any other state
Exactly.
I've ever been in. So,
Oh.
kudos to the water and the tomatoes or blueberries, whatever.
Bluebirds. One quick story. I was with Moochie, Paul,
I
at
know,
a
Paul.
Mooch at a studio in Long Branch, and this guy Kenny was with us, and my claps are on this song. They did a single called Symmetry, and we all were doing these claps, and it came out really good. The song. I don't know if you've seen it or heard it or anything, but it's out there.
Sure.
Anyway, so this guy Kenny's like, dude, see that piano right there? I'm like, yeah. He goes, that baby grand, that's what they played Bad Out of Hell on. They recorded that studio. Isn't it pretty awesome?
Wow. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
And
it's
like
amazing. It's like so much history, man. So
there's a lot of stuff
rich with
from
history.
New Jersey. Meatloaf's original guitar player was Paul, who played with Anthrax, and he played with the Love Pumps, the Love Lies Bleeding or whatever. And like, this guy was super dope. And like, you have to be if you're playing with Meatloaf every night. Paul Gross.
Yeah.
Paul Gross. Dude, this dude was amazing. And like,
you said Belladonna? Did you mention Belladonna?
Paul Di'Anno? No, he sang with Iron Maiden.
Oh no, because Paul also played with Moochie played with Belladonna.
Oh no,
no,
it was no.
We're talking, dude. We're doing this thing again, and nothing wrong with it, folks. Nothing wrong at all.
I know. Hey, you want to hear rambling shit about New Jersey? We've got this. We've got this.
Again, this is our normal conversations.
We have, mind you, we have a script. It's right here. And like, we're going to talk about the shit. We're going to talk about the old days and, hey, a movie that we may have a schedule for, and we do. Mind you.
Yeah.
And it is. Welcome.
You want to do it? Welcome to Jurassic Park.
This movie is, if you liked Star Wars, if you liked anything effect-driven, you adored and worshiped this movie. This is like
movie.
This is like seeing, The Firm with Jimmy Page, or Missing Persons with Terry Bozzio and his wife. Like, this is super dope. Like, this is the pinnacle. This is where the bridge happened between Phil Tippett and action, slow motion. We're not talking about Sinbad's Great Adventure, but we're talking about the Wampa
stop motion animation. Yeah,
right. Well, this is go motion. So this movie started where they were going to have the Wampa be the dinosaurs, which is tough to envision now after you've seen Jurassic Park, because this was the first move where ILM, Industrial Lights and Magic, said, okay, we've made a sea change from, Phil Tippett and stop motion and what they call go motion, which had a blur and speed to the film to make these things look less fake, to, all right, now we're full CGI. And remember, isn't this pre Phantom Menace, right?
Yes, pre-Phantom Menace. So, and also, it started with Lucasfilm doing the effects for the stained glass warriors in Young Sherlock Holmes. And then it went, and those people went on to become Pixar Entertainment. Pixar.
So everybody knows.
Films.
So taking Pixar out of the equation, which is important, but to this film, that's later.
Yeah.
You have key Star Wars, which everybody resonates to, but Industrial Lights and Magic, and you have a new guard and an old guard. Phil Tippett is an old guard, and by the way, if you haven't seen Mad God, which Phil Tippett did, it's super dark, super dope, and super awesome. I recommend it to everybody.
Mad
God. So that tells you what go motion can do in modern film. It's basically a test, but it's a full movie. But granted, it's just individual stories, but it's super dope. But
I gotta check
anywho,
that out.
so you have to go into the story knowing that ILM basically had a schism, like Christianity had a schism, and they were like, all right, we have the old school guys and the new school guys, and Spaz.
Yeah, Spaz. Yeah,
Everyone knows Spaz in the industry. He created a real quick animation for dinosaurs when Kathleen Kennedy and other people were in to test where we were at, and everybody gravitated towards CGI versus
CGI. They're like,
motion.
holy crap! Because they first tried it with the smaller dinosaurs. You saw that, right?
Yes.
I forget what they're called.
Right. And look, it wasn't going to work. It was not going to work. It wasn't going to work. Like, that's fine. I mean, this movie, understandably, would not have been made without CGI because the go motion. Sorry, I keep saying stop motion.
Well, it's stop motion, but a step up. It's in between.
It's with blur. It's basically like filling out like a guitar effect where you wipe out the bad and you just show the good. That's
like you got
what this
blur
is.
here.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's great, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work to the audience, to people. So, here we are. And it was an accidental, it was sort of against the grain. Dennis Muren, who worked on all the Star Wars movies and was an advisor on Jurassic Park, they did this behind his back. This was something that happened, that CGI thing happened behind his back.
Yeah.
He was not aware. And sure enough, the entity from Spielberg's camp was like, we got to go there. And
we have to.
Tippett was like, well, I guess we're extinct. And Spielberg is known for this. He took that line and threw it into the movie. He threw a lot of Tippett lines into the movie. But that sort of shows the evolution from here we are with practical effects, which we found work better for certain situations. And then you have CGI, which we found work better for other situations. And
do you know what movie first featured that CGI? One of the first, The Last Starfighter.
Which was great. What a great
also
film.
Tron also, they did the wireframe.
That's true. I think a lot of people forget about Tron because everybody thinks about the
legacy.
The sort of effects where it's like very, very neon and very 80s looking.
Yeah,
but like
and very 80s. Yeah, that's I know they did a lot of stuff to conceal some of the stuff that didn't look so good, and it worked. I like Tron. I think Tron is very good, solid story. Legacy, very good, very underrated.
Agreed.
And the new one, Ares, I liked it. I thought it was good. I know some people didn't, but hey, you know what? It entertained me.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
So you had that. You had Last Starfighter. Then you had The Abyss.
You can't discount The Abyss. A lot of people say The Abyss is like the first CGI movie because a lot of people didn't see The Last Starfighter. Everybody saw Tron, but I don't think that people saw Tron as a CGI movie.
Yeah, you're right.
And when I play like Disc Runner or whatever, which was one of the games that I was obsessed over.
Load Runner? Was that
no, when Disc Runner, it was a Tron game that had two joysticks and you would just fling discs at each other. It was a disc game, and it was hologram based, but like you don't really see that it was CGI at the end of the day, and that's important because CGI replaced stop motion and replaced the stuff you would see in Sinbad. It really and when you look at a Phantom Menace, Star Wars, everything in the background was CGI. Everything was green screen. That's fine, but like this was pre all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, and honestly, if you really want to give it credit, it looks better in some cases than some stuff on
today,
Phantom Menace, or even today.
Oh, you know what?
Or even today. Let's be fair.
I agree. I hold Jurassic Park in high regards. With that, I compare it to every other movie that's been out since that use that
Right.
process, because some people, they don't utilize it right. They cheapen out, or maybe there's a budget to it which affects it, which is kind of crazy. But
True.
so you had Tron, which is 82, I believe. Then you had Young Sherlock Holmes. Then you had The Abyss. Then after The Abyss, you had T2. Another.
Right.
And with every one, your eyes got bigger and bigger and bigger. You're like, wow. And then it becomes Jurassic. When I saw Jurassic Park in the theaters, that barn theater in Eatontown, you don't remember that one, the Lowe's?
I do.
Our friend Chris, our mutual friend Chris, after the movie's over, he missed the showing with us, so he's there to see the next one. It was my bright idea to move his motorcycle. We moved it from one side of the building to the other, and homeboy lost it, and I felt bad. I felt bad today. I reminded him of that recently. He goes, I totally forgot about that. I'm like, maybe I should have brought it up.
You wrecked his shit?
No, we didn't wreck it. We just moved it from one side of the building to the other. So he had that moment where he freaked out a little bit.
Oh, sure.
I know. Dude, I was what, 21 years old then? Just being a goof. Anyway, so
Granted.
where are we at now? So then you had T2, and then you had Jurassic Park.
Right. It's important. It's important to note that progression, because there were other studios out there. This is all, this is what, Universal, right? So like you have a very strict dichotomy to work off of. And, everybody else, like everything else, is like, everybody's chasing the same thing, the same golden ring, if you will. And so everybody is, kind of chasing that same rule. But you have to remember that Lucasfilm and ILM were always setting that rule, and nothing that anybody else did was ever going to compare to that production company and to that effects company. And that still holds true today. Look at any movie. ILM is somehow involved with everything. And
with everything.
Yeah, they may not be the primary driver of it, but they've made themselves involved in everything.
Yeah, they have their touches
which
to
is
it.
Magic. Yeah. I mean, look, you're the best at what you do. You've been established to do the best you can from as long as what you're doing. So kudos, you're the industry leader. But you have to remember, at that time, there were a lot of difficulties, and I can't even tell you. Like working with computers at that time, for me, I had no freaking idea.
Yeah.
That this technology could somehow blossom into the industry standard for.
You had no idea it would blow up graphics. The way it did.
No. Yeah. Nobody did. No. But like, again, we were in our infancy, and these people have been, since the 70s, were advancing everything every day. And so, Phil Tippett and Dennis Muren and all those guys, my God, like they got it. They understood the technology, and they just pushed it forward and forward and forward and forward. Where you've got the capability to show in 1993 a real dinosaur to people. And it looks real, and like it convinced. There was no uncanny valley about it. Like, and that's important. So the uncanny valley effect was like, where you have people where you can't, sort of like the Thing movie, where like you see people who are like sort of human but not really. And there's something ingrained in us where we don't understand it, we're afraid of it, and we're instantly horrified by it, and our instinct is to run. Why does that? All right, let's say first of all, why does that happen? That means it's happened in our primitive past, where our instinct is to do that. But also think about, like, we're at the point now in 2026, but we were at the point in the late 90s where that was normal and nobody got freaked out about it. So we've conquered the uncanny valley for the most part, with a
Yes.
few exceptions. But also we weren't afraid, and we looked at that as natural, dinosaurs and stuff. So I kudos. I mean, that was a that was a 10-year leap and bound in like 4 years or 3 years.
It's amazing, just truly
right?
amazing. Something we didn't touch on, I think we should rewind just a little bit.
Sure.
Release date. There was a premiere date of June 9th, 1993 in Washington, D.C. And then they had the U.S. release in June 11th of 1993. And the opening weekend let me see if I have my things here right. Geez, I just jumped around a lot. All it takes is one touch.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, opening weekend, 50 million. 50 million opening. And that's pretty solid for the time. And then you adjust for inflation.
And that lapped E.T., the extraterrestrial, which was another Spielberg project. So that became the gold standard for opening day release. And
the blockbuster.
Now opening days include Thursday now. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's a whole holiday weekend. But that's included now in the normal. That killed E.T. Think about that.
Yep.
Insane.
That's you don't kill E.T.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Look, oh my gosh, I can't even get that through my head. Like, really, that's insane.
I mean, when I was a kid, 20, 30 years was like, I'm thinking like Back to the Future time, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
you know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
if you think about, so this is, we always talk about this stuff. So Rotten Tomatoes was 91%, which doesn't happen because you have to remember the people that involves it. Metacritic, which is all critics, no public, it was 60 out of 100 from 21 critics, which is a pretty good score if you think about it. And
you know what the big complaint was? It didn't match the book. I heard that a lot. But I don't care. I think the movie, the directions they went with it, as opposed to the other way, I think it just worked, man. Worked.
My argument with that, what movie has ever matched the book? I mean, from Lord of the Rings, from Star Wars, from Howard Dean Stanton writing anything. It doesn't matter.
Biodome. Just kidding.
Right. Dude, honestly, it'd be like, you know.
Yeah, no.
Bitsy Spider was greater in, you know.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
the spider was so itchy in the movie.
Right. Oh, man, he looked like crap. Man.
He looked like, and they got Julie Roberts to play it.
Right. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Everything, because the mind is more involved with the book versus the visual. I mean, again, a movie we just were talking about, Project Hail Mary. Like, the book is a tough read, but the book is better when you get through it versus the movie. The movie was super satisfying and awesome. I think we just talked about it. Project Hail Mary was awesome.
Great movie, really good.
Awesome. Enjoyable.
Very enjoyable. Heartfelt. Dude, when we're not, these are spoilers here. When the alien Rocky leaves his little confinement to help out Grace, it's touching and it's kind of heart-wrenching. You see this little creature fighting to save this guy, and he's out of his enclosure, and you see him black smoke coming out of him. It gets you. It's this little creature, and they went with animatronic for him. They didn't use CGI. They might have for maybe some of the shots, but I think for most part it was all animatronic. But it's gripping and it's like heartfelt, and just Project Hail Mary, amazing.
Right, I agree.
13 thumbs up. Liked it a lot.
Regardless of if you read it or if you didn't, it's magic, and there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of feeling. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from it, and it was great. It was great.
You know, another part of that movie got me.
What's that?
When he realized he wasn't going to have a choice, he's trying to run. Man, that just got to me, man. Like, they're like, you're going tough.
Yeah.
Tough shit. You're
Right.
going in.
That was a rough watch, but he ended up doing what he needed to do to save more than himself.
I could see that being an Oscar clip for him possibly getting an Oscar. This is going to be up for a lot of them. I looked it up. So far, it's tracked for 8. It's going to be nominated for 8.
I don't want it to be nominated for special effects because that's not what this movie is about. This movie is about emotion and feeling and connection,
heart and just
to other beings, and really something that we should all be taking a lesson from.
It's a great movie
in the present that we live in, which is
definitely check it out. Check it out, people.
Dude, it's
highly recommend.
Super dope, super emotional, and like if you don't take something from it, this is like a Ted Lasso movie for me, where if you don't take a lesson. I have
to watch that.
You haven't watched it.
You told me the last time to watch it. I'll watch it now after this.
Well, if you liked Project Hail Mary, you will love Ted Lasso because the whole premise of the film is like one person makes a difference onto a cosmos of people, and even the intro title scene shows you it in action, and still people are like, I think it's pretty, but I don't get it. Like, you don't get it. Like, this guy is it's magic. And this guy is basically Rocky in human form, and he gives his heart to everyone around him, truly without fetters. And people still like humans are still humans. Some people take it, some people don't, and you see all humanity's flaws spread out over 3 seasons, and man, it's powerful.
I gotta check that out.
It's
I gotta
awesome.
check it out.
After season 1 establishes the characters, season 2 you will cry from episode 1 to episode 10.
I was under the impression that it was more of a comedy, kind of a silly comedy type thing.
It is, and that's true to the end of my days. But if you just wander a little bit deeper and just watch the people, and if you watch season 1 where you establish the characters from A to Z, see who they are, and in season 2 everybody falls apart.
You know what I'm going to do?
Everybody's there to support each other, and it's a great human story.
I got to check that out. Dude, you know what I'm going to do from now on with these? In editing, I'm going to add a little neck above the head flashing moment when we divert from the subject. You like that?
Dude, your editing has been awesome. And like, I know we get off track, but that's what we do. That's what makes this awesome.
That's what makes it work, man.
Let's just let us talk, and like, if you can somehow connect material or a tissue from A to Z, dude, I don't know how you do it, but I love your final edits. They're awesome.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
You've really done a lot of learning, a lot of hard work, man. It's awesome.
a person like you. You're a perfectionist in many things. I know you for shit like what 33 years, 34 years now.
How did that happen? Also,
I don't know. Time's kind of gotten in the way somehow. But a friend of mine, Eric, he used to live with my buddy Chris. He watches the show and he goes, okay, so Dumb and Dumber, I don't like Jim Carrey. But however, I watched the whole episode because I like to stick around to watch all your little sidebar things, all your little, when you divert. So because I find that really hysterical, entertaining, educational. I learned stuff and he likes it. So I've heard that from a few people. They like our side talk. And I think it's amazing.
That makes a lot of sense because Jim Carrey is super polarizing and makes sense. A lot of people don't want to hear about him, but like it's once you hear the premise and all the background that we give, you understand that he's the connective tissue to the whole film. And if he wasn't cast, Jeff Daniels would be cast, and etc. down the line. Like nothing would make sense. It could be like Olivia Newton-John and fucking like Kenny Rogers, and be like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, who greenlighted this? But like when you let people be the people, suddenly it makes sense. But like dude, Olivia Newton-John and Kenny Rogers would be a fucking shit show.
and Asner.
Oh my god! Like oh my god! Seriously, like really, you're gonna have we're gonna cast Cyndi Lauper in this thing? Like what?
Well,
why?
I hear you should act, but why?
But also, she's playing a male. Like, what are you doing? Like, but that's part of and honestly, in Hollywood, none of that shakes anybody's tree. Everyone's like,
No.
I could see her playing that. Like, no. Regular people are like, you're insane. No, you can't have Cyndi Lauper play, on Golden Pond. Like, really, Cyndi Lauper? What? What? No, it doesn't work.
Steve Buscemi, Silkwood.
Yeah, right. I mean, like,
the main character, or as Jodie Foster, her part in was it where she was in the. Let's not get into that.
Tay in the Wind, is that one?
Where she was on the pinball machine.
Yeah,
Oof,
that's that.
That was a hard watch.
Tay and Wind. No. And then you watch her in True Detective, and she's a complete hoe.
I hear she's good in that.
She's a hoe. She's a a sheriff, but she's a complete hoe, and it's like, okay. Like it makes you uncomfortable knowing who Jodie Foster is, but she was super dope in that.
Really good. She's ultimate actress.
True Detective for me is a protective property. I don't want anybody to F with it. Season 1, X, season 4, good. Everything else doesn't exist. Even Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Even Vince Vaughn in season 2 ruined. I will never be able to look Vince Vaughn in the eye. It's not that he did bad. It's because he shat upon a property that was already super dark, and yet you didn't do your job. Yeah.
Well, it's also the people they bring in. I mean, not the people they bring in. It's the producers. The producers. They bring them in
too. I mean,
and they can say, "We don't like the way you're doing this. Can you switch it up?"
Season 1 executive producers were Matthew McConaughey and asshole from Cheers. So,
Sid Hanson. Well,
Sid Hanson. Yeah, no, it was Woody or whatever. But like Woody's character is always high, so like you can't. He doesn't play another character, even in Star Wars, like in Solo. Like, okay, Woody, you're hot. Like that's dumb. But in True Detective season 1, he played a real character with real depth. Not you could forget that he was on Cheers, and you could realize that he's not always high all the time. He was just playing a human being with his own flaws. Dude, I can't recommend it enough. And
which one?
True Detective season.
I gotta check. What's that on? I'll check that out also.
If it's anywhere, it's got to be on HBO Max.
I have comfort things I put on at night because I have to fall asleep to stuff. And Jurassic Park, years ago when it came out, I had it on a VHS. I watched it every night before bed. I put it on and just and packaged it.
If you need something to sleep to, I recommend Adult Swim Ambient, which is on HBO Max.
Yeah, HBO Max.
It's a lot of like trip hop and like very subtle things, but if you need visual, it's super dope. If you need audible, throw your headphones on and just like close your eyes.
It's both for me. I watch it a little bit, and then once I'm ready to knock out, I flip over on the other side and out, and I just hear it a little bit. But we're talking about like the way I was saying how you said Vince Vaughn ruined that, or he brought something bad to it. That role
to me,
to you. But like that's the thing though. Like, the producers or the director could have said something, or we don't like the way you're doing this. Like Nicholas Meyer, the director of The Wrath of Khan. Ricardo Montalban came on to the role, and he was playing him really kind of loud and outlandish. And Nicholas Meyer's like, "Bring it down." He goes, "It sounds more intimidating like that." You remember that? You saw him throughout the con.
Of course, I disagree. I mean, I think the way he played it was loud and
Oh
brash.
he did, but he'd bring the voice down like that. Sound more.
I believe he should have played it the opposite. You know, for me,
You think so? I thought he was awesome like that. Amazing.
Yeah, well, there's two ways you could interpret that. Like, you've been isolated, stranded. Are you not going to freak out? You just be really calm, and like you have to. I mean, I'm not familiar with the original con. I'm not a Trek guy. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
My friends are all super Trek people, and like I absorb a lot of that stuff from them, and I admire it. Honestly, I feel like I missed out a giant chunk of really important stuff in my childhood.
That's actually along the lines. I mean, I didn't cut you off, did I? I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Okay. But that's actually, I think about this also somewhere along the lines of Hannibal Lecter.
Right.
When he was doing his thing in Silence of the Lambs, the director's like, I want you to play it like this, like loud, and no, this is better. And come on, right. Anthony Hopkins.
You're right.
Came out super creepy.
Playing Hannibal level down works. You know, for me, I thought Ricardo Montalban was playing it up. If I didn't know better, I thought he was playing it up. Like I've seen him on Fantasy Island, and like I was like he was playing it that way down.
He's like, and you were not expecting.
For Khan, I thought he was playing it up.
Oh, he did play it up, but he didn't go the outlandish. Right. There was another version of that.
I feel like he should have gone batshit crazy, and that would have made more sense because like you're isolated on this shit planet. Like, go berserko.
But
that's
Khan,
what I expect.
Khan is very methodical. Very
right. He's a thinker. He's a calculator.
You could, if you watch it again sometime, you could see the madness boiling up inside of him, just like the anger.
You're right.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right. I'm just saying, like, if my fantasy version, if somebody would have like hit me with a club over the head and like, tell me what your fantasy version of Khan is. Like, I want him to go batshit crazy. You know, I'm not saying like, I would say like maybe Riddler crazy, like, because you're isolated. Who you're talking to, who is on your intelligence level? Like nobody. Everybody is your foot pads. You know.
Yeah.
No, not everybody is your intelligence equal. So
at the level,
I would expect people to like. I would expect him to go batshit crazy right out the box. I appreciate his performance. He's Ricardo Montalban. Who the hell am I? I mean, just some guy. But like, I get it. But like, for me, I wanted more. I wanted more. You know, I just wanted more explosiveness, and that doesn't mean that my take is right.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not. But you know, again, who the hell am I?
Well, he's listed as one of the top movie bad guys of all time, which says something.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him in Naked Gun. Oh my god,
Naked Gun, awesome.
Terrifying.
Naked Gun's awesome, man.
So good.
Can't touch that.
So good.
Dude, I'm gonna pop that little meter up every time we do this. So let's go back to
the movie we're talking about. Nah,
Jurassic Park.
Let's just talk about crap.
Crap and stuff.
We love this movie, by the way. We love this movie, and
I love this movie.
We talk about it like on the periphery because it is so insane. It involves so many people in Hollywood and so many people from things that we love. You know, I get it. We're insane, but like, we love this movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and all the actors. Jeff Goldblum, he stole the scene a lot. He did. But that's who he is, and his delivery of lines when he gives that whole you were all preoccupied whether or not you could, you didn't stop to think if you should. I love that. That's an amazing thing because that actually goes back to like the splitting of the atom. You know, it's there's so much to that, so much depth to that character.
It's a very The Fly inflection. It's almost like a lesson learned from that Cronenberg movie carried over to this film, and it's like, my God, like you can't do this. Like I understand that's his philosophy, but like if you really want to go further and take his character from Seth,
Seth Brundle.
Brundlefry to this movie, it makes sense. Like you we can't do this as human beings. Like we are going to f this up, and like it
I like his
totally
monologues.
connects.
Yeah,
I love it. Like, he is
The Fly.
great. Even the stuff that he did in the Marvel universe, his monologues.
Yeah, hysterical.
Were great because even if they're funny, they're still connected and connect to the main beat of the story, and all of it makes sense.
Sparkles.
I'm afraid of what you're doing, and I don't like it as a human being. And like, man, he really connected with me in that. And the fact that he's wearing black and Hammond's wearing white was like a really dumb way to tell everybody this is a very diametrically opposed two characters that are fighting
that was planned. You know that, right?
Oh, of course it was. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, but like, man, it really worked on it. Even if you are not, look, if you're a popcorn eater and you don't care about deeper nuance, this could tell you white guy good, black guy bad, but like it's not quite that simple. There's a lot more.
The realist,
right?
And what he's bringing. He's not necessarily the bad guy, but he's the one bringing the reality to the situation.
Totally.
Like this should not happen.
I think even something that simple and that silly to somebody who's has the credit of viewing back 30 years later. It was a definite choice that made sense and still informs us today of what human beings are capable of or capable of thought-wise.
When he gives a speech in The Fly about insects and politics, remember that?
Yes.
Insects don't have politics. You see, that's just his delivery. He's an amazing actor. He's definitely a treasure.
He has
a treasure.
Gifted individual delivery that is unique to him and no one else, and nobody will. I mean,
he
I
takes
guess
pauses where most don't.
Right. Yeah. And like it's a stuttered hitting the brake where you don't expect a delivery. But
yeah, exactly.
Man, I love Jeff Goldblum, and I don't care about I don't care about his commercials. I don't care about any of that stuff. His acting is, I love it. I dig it. I'm so entertained by it. It's really magic. It really is.
He was in Friends, an episode of Friends. He played a director.
Yeah.
And he played an actor, but he was like determining or not if Joey gets the part. And in this thing they were doing. And he was just funny. He actually broke the fourth wall on that. I don't know if you remember that. He looks at the camera and he goes, I don't know. It's a gift.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's funny. So we got to move on here, right? I like our off the path chatter.
I agree.
Chatter. David Cap came up with a Mr. DNA character, and they attribute that to Schoolhouse Rock. They wanted to get all the technical talk and kind of condense it and make it more bite-sized for people to take in. And I think that was a very genius thing. And it explained a lot. It explained it all without all the exposition of actually having to do it. And it was entertaining. I thought that was really genius.
You're right. You have a lot of exposition in that little snippet of how did we get here? And, the book goes ad infinitum into the technology. If you want to go as simple as bugs in amber, but like it's not that simple. But like Crichton's strength is in his help and the people who advised him on the book and subsequently the film are like, man, they give you this much science into this much exposition, and like they could go further than my screen actually shows. And this is one of the things that this movie was bid on before the book was even finished.
Yep. Spielberg was on it.
Crichton had a lot of books that were, and he's a director too. So he did the movie Coma. He did a lot of things that were commercially out there of
And
his
some did do
own
so
work,
well.
of his
Runaway.
own work. So, like, for him to give this up before it was even really commercially written was amazing. Obviously, he supplied all of that stuff to the producers after the T's were crossed and the I's were T'd. But I love that. But but honestly, it's dude, you have to give this guy credit. Uh, every studio was in on this book, which was not even written yet.
But this is the thing. Universal had the in on that. They had the upper hand with all that. I don't know if you know that. So when they were, and Spielberg was on it too. Mm-hmm. You know who else wanted this movie?
I do.
James Cameron.
Right. Cameron. And he's not the only one.
I think we're better off that he didn't get it. I like James Cameron, but this, just like he was going to be in the 80s, the director for a Spider-Man movie. And right. The way he wanted to bring it, it was going to take a lot away. I thought Tobey Maguire he captured Peter Parker to a T. I thought he was amazing.
I thought it was great.
Sam Raimi. Great. We always say how everything works out. And it does. It worked out for the better than that. Like when I first heard Sam Raimi's directing Spider-Man, I'm like, I don't know about that. But I agree.
And we love Sam Raimi. So
yeah, I love Sam Raimi. Army of Darkness. Groovy.
Right. I mean, we love Sam Raimi. So that was a fear. That was a real fear. But like he proved himself, and he even brought in Bruce Campbell for like bit parts and
everything.
He did good by the Sam Raimi fans, but also he made a blockbuster film, which was awesome. Nobody can complain about those movies. That you can't.
No,
I think they're better than the Andrew Garfield ones. Like,
I liked Andrew Garfield ones, but it was a different thing, and it wasn't.
I did too.
It wasn't really Peter Parker. It wasn't really him. He was like kind of good looking. Not that Tobey Maguire is like whatever, but like he was cool. He was hip. Andrew Garfield's, and that wasn't Peter Parker. He brought the humility to the role.
I agree.
Tobey Maguire, and I remember Tobey Maguire struggling and just kind of getting by, and he didn't have much to. He had lived like in kind of a squalor a little bit. Like he had that. I remember in the comic books, he had like one of those cable wheels as a table. Those big, the big cable wheels.
Right. That looks like a giant spool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant spool as a table, and he was roughing it, man. And I thought Tobey Maguire brought it together just right. And you cared about him because you realized as much as he keeps getting dumped on, he's going to keep doing the right thing no matter what. Yeah. Because really, when Uncle Ben, from that moment forward, he decided this is my life. This is what I got to do. And this goes beyond the movie. It's the comic books too. You and I are avid fans of that era of comics, and we're good. And hopefully they're not going to muck up Doomsday too much, because Secret Wars is the next one, which I have the original run. I told you, right?
Dude, Secret Wars. I'm well versed in the story of Secret Wars.
Yeah, and where Venom came from.
Look, I'm not even going to talk about that because it will be on the road for weeks. Here's what I say: Tobey Maguire for me is the number 2 Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland is number 1. I think Andrew Garfield is number 3. For the modern era, let's not go into TV or any of that nonsense.
It's a tough call, isn't it?
Tom Holland gets the nod because he got involved in the Marvel cinematic universe.
Yeah.
So, and they were great. They were fun, and he was a fun character. I don't care about the depth and the high school shit of Homecoming, and that to me it doesn't interest me. You don't need to explain who Spider-Man is. You just need to show Spider-Man in action. Everybody knows who he is. Same with Batman. Like, do we really need another origin story? No.
Yeah.
Jump into Batman being Batman. Jump into Spider-Man being Spider-Man. Jump into Daredevil being Daredevil. Everybody from the Batman has the whole city. Spider-Man has the smaller section of the city, and Daredevil has a couple of blocks.
Hell's
Great,
Angel.
great.
Hell's
That's
Kitchen. Yeah.
terrific. You don't need to do anymore. We don't need Expo about any of that. Everybody's heard the Expo. Nobody needs to hear an alien xenomorph Expo. You know what I mean? Like,
Did we discuss this yet? Did you see Brand New Day yet? Die or British?
no,
Australian?
I have not.
I have to go see that.
For the reasons that I kind of explained. Like, I already know what happened.
I hear
like,
it's amazing.
I don't know. I hear it's amazing too, and I want to see it. I'm going to in the theaters.
Yeah,
but
I'm going to see it before it's gone.
For me,
it's been in there 2 weeks now.
I know. Look, I'm a Star Wars guy. I didn't see Mandalorian and Grogu in the theaters.
Yeah.
So, I knew what to expect, and I'm going to get my money's worth where I need to see it. And in the theaters is not where I need to see a TV series resolve.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be great. Maybe it is. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. I've avoided all spoilers. I know nothing.
It was good, but it's exactly what they say. It was like a bunch of episodes just sewn together.
I don't care. Honestly, I don't care.
It was entertaining. It was entertaining.
Some of those episodes are great.
It's called season 5.
Great.
It's called season 5.
Dude, I love
season 1 and 2.
I loved the Mandalorian series, so I think I'll like this. So whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, we got to touch base when we see Spider-Man Brand New Day. We should try to keep going with this because we're at an hour already.
Why?
Why?
You're right. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about. So let's talk about the bidding war, which I can't believe here we are. So we have Universal, which won the bidding war with Steven Spielberg. Well, okay, that makes sense. So you had Warner Brothers, who had tagged Tim Burton as their director choice.
That would have been bad.
What?
Nobody wants to see goth dinosaurs.
No, I don't want to hear Danny Elfman, who I worship,
He's awesome.
a theme to Jurassic Park. No, thank you.
John Williams.
No, thanks. I'll take Williams over that. Columbia had Richard Donner, who we both adore. Yeah. We both adore Richard Donner.
Yeah.
Fox wanted Joe Dante to direct. Huh?
Joe Dante's good, but I don't think that's
great. Not right for the project. James Cameron would have also actually asked to put his hat in the ring. No.
And it would have been rated R. James Cameron.
Also, but think about his cast. He wanted Charlton Heston as Hammond. He wanted Bill Paxton as Dr. Malcolm. He wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger as Alan Grant.
Oh my God.
Are you freaking kidding me? Like you just shat all over the entire series. Like you're Arnold Schwarzenegger? He's a scientist. It's like Tara Reid play on some video game movie. Tara Reid was a scientist. Tara Reid is a scientist.
That's funny.
I'm sorry. What? Like, come on, man. Like, no, that doesn't work. So having Arnold as a doctor, a doctor in paleontology is batshit crazy. So
Arnold as Ellie.
Right? I was like,
in the wig.
Ellie,
I'm the one to a wig.
I love you too. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Come on, man.
Alan Grant. They do travel in packs.
It doesn't take anybody with half a brain to know that. And really, Universal had to do some juking and shaking here. So Spielberg's next film, regardless of what happened, was
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List.
And
F everything else, and Schindler's List is my next product. And the deal for Universal was, if you do Jurassic Park, we promise you Schindler's List. And he did both movies at the same time. Are you kidding me?
Yep. You know, he did the same thing with E.T. and Poltergeist. But at the time, they said you're not allowed to. So he did it. And now they're saying, he basically directed Poltergeist. Tobe Hoover got the credits, but,
It's crazy. I mean, so in order to do both at the same time, Schindler's List was being filmed in Poland. And obviously Jurassic Park was being filmed in the Americas, being Kauai in Hawaii and
yeah.
LA in a studio. So
Yeah.
he paid for two TV channels, satellite linked from Poland because he was working with Poland,
Krakow.
which cost him $1.5 million a day.
Wow.
To coordinate. And that means he was awake pretty much 24/7, coordinating between the various film units of Jurassic and the various film units of Schindler's at the same time over two channels. So
Two
channel
separate
1 was
movies.
Jurassic, channel 2 was
Yeah.
Schindler's, and we're talking to how many film? I mean, think about the
All the
simplest
film
unit.
people,
You have
all the people
what,
involved. Yeah.
you have 2 to 3 film units for a blockbuster,
Unit directors. Yep.
right? So
That's, my God, that's got to be real busy.
how?
Dude, he's really a genius, man. He pulled it off. Like
You have to give the guy.
Michael J. Fox played Alex Keaton on Family Ties, and then he would go to do Back to the Future early in the morning, like the next day. Like he wasn't sleeping at all. He did both. Amazing job.
And also,
Anyway.
he was he screen tested for Alan Grant.
Who did?
Alan.
Who did?
Michael J. Fox.
Oh, really? Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So imagine how that would have panned out. Thinking about again, here we are. Everything's hindsight is great, but how that would have worked out in 2026 or 2025.
Yeah, hit poor guy's going through some stuff.
I mean, look, his stuff in Shrinking, which is his latest role, as far as I'm aware, is fucking perfect. Like he works with Harrison Ford and a lot of other actors, where he's playing a victim of what is it? Not Heisman.
Alzheimer's.
Oh, it's Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And he's living it, so like he works it out, and he's first filmed in like an imaginary scene, and suddenly he's actually a real patient for Harrison J. Ford, who's also suffering from Alzheimer's. And man, I mean, it's magic. I mean, this guy, yes, he's suffering, but his suffering is incredible.
He's being productive using it.
Oh my God, it's incredible. Like even him, I think they threw him in as like a an imaginary flashback because he was so good that nobody would believe it until like it have to be a dream sequence, because it didn't make sense for people to absorb Michael J. Fox, who everybody knows, recognizes, and admires as an incredible actor.
Parkinson's.
And his, but remember, it's the film that we're talking about is not only Parkinson's, but there's actually, it is mostly Parkinson's. I said
that's his diagnosis. Is what I.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said Alzheimer's. I messed up.
I said Alzheimer's too. It's Parkinson's.
Yeah.
My apologies. So my bad. But But the key tenets remain the same. Like he is a real sufferer of Parkinson's, and Harrison's Ford character has Parkinson's, and they relate, be it dream sequence, be it reality. And man, it's super powerful.
Where's that? Where's that streaming that?
It's called Shrinking on Apple TV.
Okay, I don't have Apple, but I'll find a way.
Yeah, you can find
a way.
Trust me, call me after this. I'll find you a way to bootleg it.
Okay,
that's all I do. That's all I do. Sorry, Apple TV. Sorry,
sorry, Apple.
We are not paying your fees. We're not paying your.
That's the thing.
No,
neck above the head. Finds a way.
I can't pay. Look, jalapenos, tomatoes. I can't afford my grocery amount has doubled in the last 3 years because of the Strait of Hormuz. Vafangul, Jesus Christ, I can't afford groceries, and nobody else can. So, like, if you want to find out how to steal,
I know how.
Cable, yeah. I can help you.
I know a guy.
Email me. Yeah, I know a guy who knows a guy too. But
I'm the guy.
Right. Exactly. No,
Dude, what was I
the
gonna
point
say?
is, the point is, you can find it online.
Okay, I'll check it out, dude. Michael J. Fox, we're on him. Dude, you ever see the Family Guy thing about him? It's so funny, but so messed up.
Brutal.
It's
It's
like
brutal.
that's about as bad about it because that's about as bad as when Michael J. Fox was Zorro. Who was that masked man? And you look on the wall, it's like sprinkles.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
I wonder if he saw it. I wonder if he laughed. He probably would laugh.
He
I think he's
probably
really cool.
would. Like I'm sure he would. But like, you know what? Even now, this guy is an actor of the people. Like he gets it. And dude, he is awesome in Shrinking. He is.
I gotta
awesome.
check it. I gotta check it out.
It's great. And like,
God bless him.
Even if he's like in a flashback or when he's really there, because he does both, it's magic. He kills it. And it needs to be somebody like him to kind of translate that whole thing.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. He kills it. Anyway.
I gotta check that out. Speaking of flashback, that's a video game. Good one from the past. We say we talk about video games. We really haven't. So there you go. Flashback. Have you played that?
I have not.
It's got. It might have another name. Another World's another version of that. Oh no,
look. It's probably true.
Old
my
school.
video gaming. I bought a giant gaming PC, which is right behind me, and it's super dope. And I have played almost nothing because I don't have time.
I get like that too. I'm like, I got this, and this, and then you and I were, let's watch this, let's make sure we get this. When we do this, there's no time, and there's like, I gotta live, you know. But I have a Switch with probably about 200-300 games on it. I don't really play it, man.
I know,
because you could download them. I have a huge card, 1 gig, rocking that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Man,
not 1 gig. I'm doing 1 terabyte. I'm sorry, 1 terabyte.
Oh, 1 T in it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in a plug-in like a card.
Yeah, in the card. Yeah.
Man, I must be out of touch. I must be out of touch.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a.
So
how much did that cost? Was it like
they're expensive.
Was that like $300? I was gonna say like that had to be dumb expensive. So I have two. I have a soft software hard drive, and I have a hard drive here. So my software hard drive is like 3 terabytes, and I have a regular SSD that is probably like 1 terabyte. And like, yeah, it cost me a lot, but like that was a couple of years ago. You know, that was post COVID.
Yeah.
Now, that's an insane amount of space, and like I bought my video card before like AI was really popular, and that is cutting off everybody. RAM and video cards, because of the RAM involved in video cards, you can't buy one reasonable. You know, it's insane.
No, for Alexar, 149.
Wow,
149 for 1 terabyte.
149 terabytes.
I think mine is it's another. I can't think of it.
That's either way.
SanDisk. Yeah.
I have a bunch of SanDisk stuff. Well, I get it, but like, man, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It is.
Wow.
And I don't have time for it because I have this. I'm trying to wrap up my script right now. Busy, man. Busy.
Sure.
Movers and shakers.
I'm working on a movie. I'm working on my band. I'm working. It is what it is. But like, it's funny if think back to when we lived together in an apartment.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you give your left arm or your left leg to do all of this then? When you had the energy and the ability to take chunks of time and just walk into
something that's going to push you where
I'm
you
writing
want.
this movie, and I'm writing the script, and I'm producing this film. What? I mean, we had no idea. But granted, we wouldn't be in this business if we weren't adults, if we didn't have money. You know, right?
And then we're learning and the lessons learned also.
Right.
What did we do instead? GoldenEye.
Right. GoldenEye. It's GoldenEye on N64. And honestly, it was even worse because we would drive in the snow, in the rain, in the freezing
to
rain,
get games.
in my dumb Jeep to go to Blockbuster and go, yeah, we're gonna buy extra games, extra controllers, extra memory, food. We would literally spend all our day in, well, maybe not all our day, but we would spend an hour to buy used games, used controllers, used memory cards to go home and spend 12 hours thereof to do all of that stuff. That, man, I would give my left leg to go back to those days, man.
I'd walk out of my room. Here's a scenario. Snow day. I walk out of my room like a second after Steve does. He goes, snow day? I'm like, snow day. He goes, let's get some booze and games. Get dressed. We were out. Get some food. Dude,
didn't even matter.
Best times, man.
These were the days where, like, yeah, I'll wear my pajamas out. And this was before people wore pajamas out. We didn't care. We didn't care. We just got out. We just got out there and, like, man, I've gotten into fist fights in the parking lot with people who are like with their kids. I'm like, I will kill you, motherfucker. Like, I didn't care. Like, I have one mission: entertain me and Nick for the next 2 days because we're snowed in, and everybody else can go F themselves. And that's what life was.
Movies. Yep.
But that also included, me having the DVD player with THX built in from Nobody Beats a Whiz.
Yeah.
And a subscription to a DVD club where we would get the latest releases on release right there.
That's great.
Matrix. Think about The Matrix. We saw that in the movie theaters, but we got the first and by the way, I had a really shitty subwoofer, center speaker, surround speakers.
It wasn't bad.
In the living room. It
got the job.
But it was stupid now compared to now. Like, then that shit was cutting edge, right?
Yeah, it was.
But like, now that people would laugh at it, like, wow, what a 5.1 system, Yeah. Well, I mean,
I had the surround sound too.
For me, I mean, I had in my room, I had an Iowa surround system, and I put speakers behind my bed, center speaker right here, and the subwoofer. And let me tell you, I have people still telling me about that setup because, listening to like shoegaze or listening to like a new album release on that system, like, literally crippled people because it sounded so good.
Yeah,
there was
it's amazing.
Iowa had we jump back a few years to Nobody Beats a Whiz. They had their top end system was Denon, which is still a top end system. The step down, which was like a broke ass like me, was Iowa. And
I was still good, man.
Iowa sounded so dope. Oh my god. Yeah. And look, I mean, people were losing their minds over my system in my bedroom. And like, I would watch Dune. I would watch Empire Strikes Back, whatever. Yeah. And
high def VCR.
Right? But it was CD, it was DVD, and it was all 4K Dolby. That was the key. Yeah. So having Dolby and having a full surround system, which, I guess Iowa and Denon were at that time able to compute. Dude, you basically didn't have height, but you had full I mean, it was like being a movie theater, but in your bedroom. Yeah. And like,
I had that in mine, and mine was like my bedroom was like a little smaller. It had that movie theater kind of vibe because it was long.
Yep.
So I had the JVC receiver with a Sony surround sound system speakers. Right. It was great, good times, man. Dude, we gotta. Where are we at, man? We're like, we're coming up on an hour and a half.
I'm pretty sure we're like, So Alan Grant has been cast, but
okay.
So Ellie Sattler. Who cast Ellie Sattler? Well, all right. So we had Sandra Bullock. We had Paltrow. We had Julianne Moore, Helen Hunt, Terry Hatcher, Liz Hurley. Hurley, dude. Imagine what a different role.
Yeah.
Ellie Sattler would have been if it was Liz Hurley.
Liz Hurley, Sandra Bullock.
Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. My God, Magnum. Yeah, what a difference. Liz Hurley is so super hot, and it doesn't matter. It could be today. Liz Hurley.
Yeah, what dinosaurs?
Right? I'm like, I'm sorry. Was I looking at a Brachiosaurus? No.
Boobiosaurus.
Look, I love Ellie Saller and how they
yeah, all the casting was perfect.
Laura Dern is amazing. I love look, I love a lot of the dark stuff. I love
Rambling Rose. I never saw it, but I hear it was pretty intense.
No, it's not even that. I mean, if you think about anything with David Lynch, she's always involved somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's not, any film she's been involved in, and man, and some of them are great, some of them are clunky, but like, man, it doesn't matter. Like, Blue Velvet, kidding me? So
yeah,
silly.
Intense.
So,
intense.
But think about Ian Malcolm. So they screen test a lot of people. Michael J. Fox, we talked about earlier. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. Steve Guttenberg. Steve Guttenberg from Police Academy.
Yeah.
Ted Danson. What?
Half the cast of 3 men and a baby.
Right. I mean, honestly, Bruce Campbell. Like, at least they auditioned Bruce Campbell because I love Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell's awesome. Very underrated. He's got a terminal illness.
No.
Oh, I got to bring on the joy, don't I? Yeah, he's just dealing with it. He's just dealing with it, man. And he's being really cool about it. Just maybe they can fix it. You never know. But
right?
yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of
Campbell.
stuff. Right. There's a lot of stuff here. I mean, Michael Keaton, Johnny Depp also applied for that role. So Sam Neill originally grabbed it, but like he couldn't nail an American accent.
Yeah, he had to.
So you'll notice that like his
leaks out every now and then.
Yeah, it's weird. So like a lot of that came down to Spielberg saying, "All right, can you do an American accent?" No, he could not. No, he couldn't. But can you do a mix between the two? Sure. And that's what you got. That's what you got, which isn't perfect. But whatever.
It worked, man.
It kind of worked. But like I found his delivery quirky and acceptable. I found it charming in a way.
Exactly.
You knew he wasn't speaking English, but you also knew that he was giving you a performance of some kind and capturing something that was not what you would not absorb as a general English American speaker.
Because he's Australian.
Yeah,
he's Australian.
New Zealand, I think.
New Zealand.
So he's got the Kiwi thing.
Yeah.
So like that's a very distinct, lilt, if you will. You know what I mean?
I always try to look at a way out or something like that. Just his character had an Australian mother or father, and he picked up a little bit of that accent. He did a good job, man.
I thought it was amazing.
Okay. You okay?
I thought it was amazing.
You're frozen.
No,
okay.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I thought, let's see. So let's talk about like key frames from the movie. So, everybody looks at the cup of water, which is really not practical for anybody to drive around with,
a cup of water
on the armrest of your car. But if you do, they were trying to figure out.
That too. Was that on a cup holder or just on the dash? I forgot.
No, it was on, and I believe it was on the armrest, which had a cup holder on it. So
okay.
You got to believe that this was a plan of like their special tour guide things on a track, whatever.
Well, I think it was on the dash because I remember they were saying how they pulled that off. They actually put a guitar string through the dash, through the bottom, and had people plucking at it down below.
And that may be true. Wherever it was, if it's either on the armrest or on the dash,
it doesn't matter.
That's the same way that they did the effect, but it's not as simple as that. So, I remember very distinctly when I was in high school about resonant vibration uh, effects. So you had to find. You've probably experienced this effect. So if you're driving in your car and you have a really shitty stock speaker system, eventually when you're driving around, you'll have a song and something in your arm will vibrate from a speaker in the
Yeah, yeah,
door.
yeah.
That's called what's called the natural vibration frequency of the material around the speaker. So what they did was take that concept and figure out what the frequency was to vibrate a cup of water on whatever material it was sitting on. If it's the dash, if it's the armrest, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They figured out what the natural vibration frequency of the water in the cup was, and they played the note boom, that would vibrate
Yeah.
the water. And it showed that's how uh, vibrational frequencies show into a body of water when you hit the right note, which affects the
Their
material that's
wake.
sitting on. It has the wake and it rolls up. So
That's
all they
great.
had to do was hit a certain note, which all it is a note. They figured out what it was, hit the note, so the string was directly connected to what the surface was, the cup of water was. Hit it, and it would roll. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. I say simple, but
I
they had to
say.
figure it out, right? Right.
So,
It's
all
not
right,
easy.
simple. So there you go, there, mate. Now we're on to next, mate. So to the Aussie thing.
All right. Let me go sweep your chimney.
Chimney. Let me go on here. So what are we going to talk about next? With who? With what people?
I'm thinking about the tour guide, if you will. Freshen your drink, governor. Anyway.
Oh, that was inspired by Disney tour.
The book, right? Oh, well,
Yeah,
there's a couple
the
things.
tour
So,
that in the movie.
The tour guide in the book and in the movie was Richard Kiley, who was a long-standing Broadway star, but it very clearly copied a lot of the Star Tour robot guides, which, as you know, Lucas and Spielberg are very close friends. But you don't have to go very far to figure out, okay, this is clearly a Star Tours. But Richard Kiley was in the book as the narrator, and therefore they hired him as the narrator, Richard Kiley, to do the same role in the film, which I think was terrific, and I think he does a great job. Talking about Mr.
Yes.
DNA, a lot of the before the T-Rex hits the truck, he's the voice. And he's in all the movies, at least the first 3 movies. I don't want to say he's in the later ones, but there's that. So let's talk about jump over to animatronics. So Stan Winston was one of the key studios to create the real life models. Everybody knows Stan Winston.
He's amazing.
Everybody understands his value to
He's a legend.
filmmaking. Right, he's a legend,
Yep.
right? So
His studio continues now without him, but still exists.
Totally true. So you have to think of, in this film's perspective, he built the live action model. So the T-Rex, the Triceratops, some of the
Raptors.
anything that was in a animatronic of vibe. His studio. So one of the first things they built was the Triceratops model. Remember, it was sick, and he had a giant pile of poop, and Ellie Sattler goes over and like kind of filling out what they're eating.
Yeah.
So the original model was painted orange, blue, and yellow. So that may or may not be what dinosaurs were actually looked like in real life, but like we don't really know. But
We don't know.
Stan Winston was like, that looks like shit, paint it brown.
Yeah.
So he caused the whole group to redo the entire Triceratops model to paint it brown. And that's
Good, he's right.
Only the first model.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it seems right to me. I mean, I don't, when I close my eyes and think of a Triceratops, I don't think they're orange, blue, and yellow, but Who knows?
They're not going to a rave. No,
yeah,
dude,
honestly,
it's a good choice.
it doesn't
Good
have
call.
a pacifier, and I don't know. So the
Glow sticks.
right, I'm like, oh, man, you know, it's my devil sticks. I'm gonna kick it over to you, Paisan. But you know, so
No.
the T-Rex was the second model that he's most known for, and the problem was that it was 25 feet high, 7 tons, which is like several cars. So the problem was they discovered that when they were in Kauai, which I've been to. It's a rainforest.
And it rains, rain season. Yeah,
it's a rainforest. Yeah. So and you can't really predict a rainforest when it's going to rain. It's a rainforest. It's pretty much in the title, you know. So when the T-Rex would get wet, it would go wild. It would either come to life out of nowhere, or it would just not move at all. Yeah. And so they had to figure out a way to let
dry it off and
the team to, number one, dry it off so it can operate, but also two, to warn people when they're in the general vicinity. If you're going to hit by a 2-ton head or a 1-ton foot, you are going to die. So, like,
anybody that's dated me knows that, because continue.
Terrific. Well, while that sounds terrible, I can just say that you know, having lived with Nick, I don't believe that he has a 2-ton head. Thankfully, because I don't know how he would fit in the door. But
too.
Be that as it may, you know, they had to affix sirens and lights to the T-Rex model because everybody's eating food in the jungle because you're on set, and this thing would just like and like
and like, shit at everybody.
You know, hit it with his tail, and it would kill people if they got hit with it. So that was a real giant concern. So that's something that happened. So Dennis Nedry, we all remember him. He's the guy who stole the embryos in the
Hello, Newman.
Right. Everybody knows him as Newman. So somehow he was cast in Basic Instinct, which I've seen, but I don't recall his role in that. Maybe you do, Nick. I don't know.
I think he was the original. He was the original lead in that. He crossed his legs, and they're like, "We don't want any of that." So they got Sharon Stone. I think I'm right. Yeah,
you may be.
I may be crazy.
You may be right, dude. I don't remember. I've seen the movie once, and I don't remember anything.
He was one of the. I think he was a detective or something. I think, or a lawyer. I saw it a long time ago. I don't really.
But I think what set him up is like he had the sweat, you know, like he does in the jungle when he's like trying to, you know, attach the winch to trees. And stuff. He had the same like visual like distress,
sweatiness, and it looked like sweaty. Basic Instinct. I only saw like 10 seconds of that, man. To be honest.
Honestly, I've never seen the whole thing.
10 seconds.
But be that as it may, I mean, so he was cast based on his role in Basic Instinct. Like Spielberg wrote his name down in the credits and was like, "That's my guy for this guy."
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Charlie Sheen was the second choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, moving on from Charlie Sheen, Ariana Richards was Lex, who was Hammond's granddaughter. She was hired solely because of the volume of her scream. So basically, she was in Halloween
Scream Queen. Yeah,
Halloween Scream Queen. She was Jamie Lee Curtis, basically.
Yeah,
which I love because man, she screamed her ass off, and I admire it honestly.
That was John Carpenter, right? The first one, first Halloween, John Carpenter.
Yes, good call.
He's amazing.
We everybody knows on this channel we love JC, so you know it's one of those things. So everybody in the key cast, including the kids, got a signed Velociraptor model from Spielberg on the wrap party, which, and everybody still has it in their home displayed. Sure, it's a Velociraptor, which is the most terrifying to me outside of Darth Vader. Is probably the most terrifying villain on screen. T-Rex, yes, it's massive and it's awesome, but like,
not as
the Velociraptors are like all over the place and figured stuff out. And, we're basically very smart human villains in the film, which
Yeah,
may or may not be true. Remember, the T-Rex, they can't see you if you don't move. Well, that's fake. Like that was made for the movie and the book
yeah, and it
alone.
worked. And it worked.
Well, they needed something to be able to go, all right, we need a grab here. We need some kind of way out. Otherwise, they'd
Yeah,
all be destroyed and,
yeah,
the end. Like, well, that sucked. So everybody needed some sort of weakness for the giant big bad. And the T-Rex, I guess everybody would agree, is the big bad. He's the Darth Vader.
yeah.
So they had to figure out a way for make him weaker. In reality, his peripheral vision, his binocular vision,
It was
was
great.
very good. So he would have killed everybody immediately. So there's that. But they had to give him a weakness somewhere. I guess.
And the Raptors, I agree, they were like cunning, sneaky. They're almost like the weasels from Roger Rabbit. But
you're right.
the thing is,
You're right. They figured out every puzzle immediately.
they figured stuff out. Yeah, like what do you say? The hunter. What do you say? When you look at that one, you see she's trying to figure things out.
Clever girl. And like really in the book, they would talk that how the Raptors would go, and they kind of touched on it in the movie, but it really wasn't spelled out like it is in the book, where they would test out segments of the electrical fence. They would throw themselves against it and try to figure out where the weak spots were. They did talk about it in the movie, but like in the book, they really extended it to where it was it became a really big problem, and it's something that they were all conscious of and they wanted to eliminate. So they would try to feed him in the middle and do all those things. So yeah, amazing. So George Lucas did contribute to the film. In fact, he has a special credit at the end of the film. He worked with ILM. Obviously, he owns ILM, Industrial Lights and Magic, but he actually worked on the editing for sound and visual effects personally. So, and obviously Spielberg sought him out for his expertise and kind of concentration in that sort of model building. What's funny, if you think about Jaws, the movie Jaws, another Spielberg product, how much time do you really see the shark?
Yeah, not much at all. No, you don't
very
see
little. And like there were plenty of other cut scenes and things you could look at on YouTube or wherever where you
there's
see
reasons for it.
Right.
For that,
it's story based, and it's a lot of it is it's gore based, it's story based, there's a lot of reasons.
Action based and very drama driven, like very dramatic, dude. The scenes with what's his name, Robert Shaw, when he gives that whole their eyes roll over, amazing. He wrote that himself, by the way.
That's a rough watch, and it's a great exposition. It's one of the greatest, to me, film expositions of all time. The USS Indianapolis, and you kind of joke about it now, but like it's powerful, and it's terrible to hear about.
Very powerful.
And you could watch if you want to look up the USS Indianapolis, you can, but like it's not good. And it's one of those. It's one of those Requiem for a Dream moments where like I don't recommend it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of scenes that were not related to Robert Shaw's performance. That in the sort of the outside. I want to say underneath the bridge. Where the shark actually attacks somebody who's in a rowboat who's actually trying to help the kids. And the shark takes him and they cut that off. But like, there's like 2 minutes of footage where like the shark hits the youngest child and drags him along the water. And this guy is gushing blood out of his mouth and his chest cavity. And like, holy shit.
Oh, they cut that out.
Oh my God. Like, of course you cut it out because it upset, test audiences. Oh, of course. My God.
Yeah.
But if you think about compare Jaws to Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park is a 2-hour movie. 15 minutes or how much dinosaurs.
of dinosaurs.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But that was smart. I mean, the dinosaurs looked amazing. The reason why they did that with a lot of the reason, or some of the reason, they did it with, well, Spielberg's always story driven. But the reason why they did that with Jaws mostly is because the effects weren't so good. I mean, they were using animatronics and like stuff. The shark didn't look.
Bruce was not cooperating. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like to dump on it because it's a classic. It's an amazing story driven movie. But he looked kind of like a ventriloquist dummy, kind of like the mouth. Remember that, like the way his mouth opened and closed. It looked, but you can't take away from the movie. It's a great movie, you know.
I think the movie succeeded because of its technological flaws. In this case, this was 1972. Like, think about that. Like this, the shark when they used it was cool, but like when they didn't use it was better, in a way, you know. And this has been discussed ad nauseum, and like we don't want to, make Jurassic Park about Jaws, but the same director and they went a whole different route for the technological terrors of this film, and I think this film succeeds because they went that way versus Jaws, where they chose to make it a silent partner. But this movie, they used the technology, but they also kept in mind, remember Jaws, remember Bruce. You don't have to bring out the big bad every scene. Like, everybody wants to see it, and that's why the end scene is why you have T-Rex destroying the velociraptors with the the sash falling over him, because everybody would be really incensed if they didn't bring back the big bad at the end of the film.
And he looks great.
Jaws. And it's great. It's terrific.
But this is another thing, though, man. This is a thing that you see why things were done like that with Spielberg. Movies today, you could throw CGI on something and try to sell it, and it's crap. Because it doesn't have anything, no innards to it, no guts, no heart to it. Spielberg had built all that up, and it was a story about dinosaurs without having the dinosaurs be like forefront all the time. Like, it relied on the story, and that's what's kind of lost these days, I think, with some movies. Some movies are like it's just too much CGI, and some CGI doesn't look so good. You know that. You've seen some. Yeah. Some green screen looks bad. Anyway, so there you go. I mean, there you go.
Here's the the spiritual opposite of Jurassic Park is God.
64?
Robert Heinlein wrote a movie about an insect film. So you have the way that they built this film was to enjoy a ridiculous amount of exposition from bugs that were coming from another planet. And that movie is Starship Troopers. So what you've got is the polar opposite of Jaws and Jurassic Park, where all of the movie, or I'm sorry, probably
most of the movie, 90%.
What would you say? 70%?
I say 70%. Yeah, 70%.
Maybe 60% is the bugs, right? So, there is a lot of truism to showing the shark and showing the dinosaurs 15% of the time versus 80% of the time, where like they're great. I love seeing this mass of bugs fall over a wall, but like it doesn't have the same impact to me.
Yeah, I agree. And you kind of like, when are they going to appear next? When are they going to appear? When the bugs are just there all the time. You're like,
sure, you have a giant bug shooting, asteroids out of their ass, but like, it's not the same. And like, I understand that when they built your Starship Troopers, they went back and added more bugs. Like, okay, that's a way you can do it, and I appreciate it. But like, to me, using the human imagination for the shark, for the dinosaurs, versus showing you fully the exposition of there's a billion bugs and they're all gonna f you up. I don't know. I mean, to me, the human imagination works better than 1,000 bugs shown to you,
But
and you don't have to think about
exactly the anticipation of
it. Right.
and just the kind of mystery. Like speaking of bug movie, what was that one Guillermo del Toro did? Mimic.
Oh,
Remember that one?
I do.
You didn't see the bug that much, and it had you built up, and it was a good movie, very good movie.
Agree.
But,
I think using the human imagination allows a level of terror that even if the movie's not about terror, Jurassic Park's not about terror to me. I think the people why the movie succeeded is not the dinosaurs; it's the story of the people. It's Alan Grant saving the children. It's Malcolm not being so selfish, though, as what he thought it was. It was the romance between Ellie and Dr. Grant. It's a human story with dinosaurs flippantly thrown in it. And that's better. I think that, to me, that's better. Jaws, same thing. I mean, it's to me, it's the fighting against the corporate machine versus a shark that's terrorizing your community. I don't know. To me, it's a big difference.
Alan, did you notice one thing about Jurassic Park? I mean, I know we're talking about this and that, but we're heading up almost 2 hours, bro.
What?
Yeah. But little boy Tim, he's dressed almost exactly like Dr. Grant. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He idolized him.
The funny part is, so he was trying out for, I believe it was Indian Cover. And he didn't make the cut.
Frank Oz movie
promised him a role in his next film, which happened to be Jurassic Park. So this kid made out on that deal.
Big time, yeah.
For him,
I like that movie.
I thought he was adorable. I don't know.
Yeah, good kid. Yeah.
Right. So to wrap this up, the final scene has a Jeep, and it's covered in mud, and they pan over it, and the letters spell "Your Ass Park."
Yeah.
Well, if you get out, your ass is lucky to be surviving.
Yeah, that's the thing. Spielberg always has things. There's a method to his madness. You see subtleties he throws in there. There's Reese's Pieces there in the computer room there.
Right.
Yeah, he always does it for shout out to E.T.
There's always something like Club Obi-Wan and Indiana Jones. Like I love those little callbacks, and I love that he honors his coworkers and peers that way. I love it.
Like they did a shout out to Star Wars and Raiders with R2D2 and 3PO, like
in the wall.
Pretty cool. So there's a lot more that we could, because this movie's like so like the dinosaur, like the T-Rex. It's so huge, and there's so much more to it. Like we left out Earth, Wind, and Fire. Spielberg was listening to that
for the vibration.
The vibration and the mirror, and then he thought about the glass of water. So there you go. But there's a lot more. But we covered a lot, man. We did, and we covered a lot in other areas too.
I think you can say that we love this film, and
we love this. We love this movie.
You know what I mean? But there's so much meat to it because it's a good Spielberg film that we could probably go for another 2 hours if we wanted to.
We can make this a two-parter, but I think
realistically we could, and
maybe we might.
Hey, I'm down for that. But like honestly, there's a lot more meat underneath the skin here, and man, I love this film, and it seems everybody loves this film. So, let's watch it again, enjoy it, and love it the way that we do. Because man,
who would have ever thought that Spielberg could create such a classic, wonderful, beautifully shot movie? And it's about dinosaurs. It's a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, see it already.
Right.
And if you enjoy it, and if
I was like somehow beamed to another planet, and like somebody asked me what would be the greatest entertainment presentation that you would present to your people? I would say Jurassic Park. I mean, look,
It's,
I love Star Wars. I love
okay.
Star Wars. Everybody
I thought
knows.
you were gonna say Encino Man.
But
Sorry.
yeah, I was. Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding. So yeah, no, Jurassic Park definitely. It's
Right.
across the board. Across the board. Awesome.
100%.
Awesomeness.
100%. Like
Awesome,
I'm not gonna say Biodome, but
Hey, good
will
crowd.
say-
Hey.
I will say Jurassic Park, and the next is probably Empire, but that's a story for another day, people.
Oh, and we want to do Point Break because it's coming up. It's actually the 30th anniversary
True.
of Point Break. We're going to do that. We're good with that, right?
I think that's next.
And do you
Wink.
said like down below recommendations? That'd be great. As
Yes,
usual.
for sure. Let us know if there's something you want to hear. We'd love to hear it, but we're definitely going to do Point Break. But a couple things. Love to hear if you have some issues and you want to talk to somebody. We're always available. New Jersey has several resources to accommodate that. But also,
Yes.
neck above the head. We have our own email address, and we're
Two of
always
them.
welcome for your comments and input.
Yahoo and Google. Neck above the head.
Neck above the head at yahoo.com, neck above the head at google.com.
Google.com.
Anything
And,
you want to
You
talk
need to
about?
reach out.
Suggestions, comments,
You need to talk.
something you want to talk about, we're available 24/7. We really love your participation, and
We do. We appreciate the newcomers. Thank you for the newcomers that just came upon us last wave or last Dumb and Dumber. I think that very had a big impact. We got a lot of followers last time around, but
Agreed.
keep them coming. If any sponsors, we're taking. If you want to do, I don't know, maybe a cinnamon toast crunch or something. I don't know.
Man,
anything.
I would love to eat the Cinnadust. I'm a Cinnadust fan. But, man, hey, we'll take Budweiser. We don't do that. Crazy.
Cinnadust magic.
Guys,
Sparkles.
really,
Talk about Jeff Goldblum.
please like and subscribe. Please follow us. And we're available on every platform. We really appreciate you watching. We're sorry this went so long, but
and we're gonna head up TikTok very soon. I'm gonna get him up. Get him
absolutely true.
Up there. Yeah. So thanks again, Steve, and Nickachu.
Love you, man.
We love you. Love you too, bro. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
See you soon.
Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.
All right. Quotes from Jurassic Park.
Our dramatic performance of them.
In the words of Patrick Hernandez, life finds a way. Life will find a way.
So, in the words of Captain James T. Kirk, life finds a way. Okay, that's a time. Life finds a way. Life finds a way, see, sweetheart. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
All right, next one. All right, we got you're a scientist. Okay, all right, I'll do this. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such books as Smoke Yourself Thin and Get Confident, Stupid. Also, the other book coming out soon, Your Scientists Were So Preoccupied with whether they not or they could, they didn't stop to think that they should.
That's a dude from The Simpsons, right? Troy McClure. Yes. Smoke yourself skinny. That's horrible, dude.
Get confident, stupid.
That's funny. Okay. Your scientists were so preoccupied whether they could, they didn't stop to think that they should. Okay.
Wow.
Keep going.
Wow.
That was amazing, right? I know you got a little chills there.
That was amazing.
That's amazing.
Wow. Shit. I don't know how I can follow that. All right.
Cobain.
All right, so
Okay. Let's
creates,
Cobain that.
God creates dinosaurs. All right, let's see.
We don't have to do the whole thing. We could just do the last one that she
All
says.
right, I'll do the. Now that is one giant piece of shit. All right, I'm gonna do that one. Let's see.
Okay.
Do you know why? Because that is one giant pile of shit, you bastard people.
We're gonna have fun with this. Okay.
From oh my God, Christopher Guest.
Because we're gonna. From which one? Spinal Tap.
Waiting for Guffman.
Okay. I remember you gave me that movie to watch, and I ended up falling asleep earlier. That you were playing somewhere. I think it was a Thursday. I still haven't seen it. I hear it's hysterical.
Dude,
I hear
it's
it's
fucking
awesome.
dope. It's dope because there's no script, and once you go into it, knowing that everything everybody says is off the cuff, from songs to everything, it's magic. It's magic. Oh my God!
I gotta check that out. Christopher Guest is in there. It's all Spinal Tap, right?
Yep, basically.
And the mother from Home Alone who passed away.
Yeah.
She's part of that.
But I mean, there's so many other side characters who are always in. Ed Begley Jr. is always in it. Dude, it's super.
Ed Begley
A lot of
Jr.
people
is
were
awesome.
in Spinal Tap are in this, so it's great.
That's cool. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Now that is one big pile of shit. Yeah, that is. Okay. Yeah.
I knew you were gonna fucking whip that one.
I don't know if you could. That's my best thing I have to deal with my mouth situation. You know that's supposed to be, right?
You've been practicing that for as long as I've known you. So
Jim Stewart. Okay.
Yeah, since I've known you.
Okay. I didn't know that you knew that.
So
I didn't know that you knew that.
Apparently, this "we spare no expense" line is a joke. Is a private joke between the brothers. So you have John Hammond, who's what do you call it? He's a Jesus Christ. He's a guy who's brothers with the narrator from England. I can't remember his freaking name.
I have them right here.
Attenborough. David Attenborough.
Richard Attenborough and David Attenborough.
They're brothers. So like apparently they mess with each other, and one of the lines they always said was, "We would spare no expense," which they used in The Simpsons for the same thing.
That's awesome.
And it's hilarious. So that's one of those lines that they whipped it out. And it's a private joke, but they threw it in. And a lot of the lines are from Phil Tippett. So like, you just made us, I think we just went extinct. That was him. You did it, you crazy son of a bitch. That was what he said to, a Spielberg, watching the first Full Motion. Like they threw all the stuff said into the movie. And apparently that's a Spielberg, classic where he takes all these languages and throws them into.
That's also all the little phrases and stuff that he threw them in. I remember the one about we're extinct.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, so you want to do we spare no expense?
Let me try to think how to do it. Shit. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Hey, Mr. Carter, I swear you're gonna die. I swear you're gonna crack up. We spared no expense.
That's funny, dude. That's so funny. That's good, man. I knew we had fun with this. We're doing shit, but we're loving it.
Oh my God.
Okay. I had one I was gonna do. We spare no expense. Yeah. No? Let me try another one. We spare no expense. Wait.
Are you Bane?
No, I could do a Bane one better.
Yeah, there you go.
We would,
Go.
okay. We spared no expense.
Well, shit, we could stop right there. What
Okay,
the
we can
shit
stop
is
that.
that?
That's clever girl.
Oh my
Clever
God.
girl. Okay.
You might as well just keep doing Bane. I mean, that's fucking
Bane.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, keep going Bane, will you? Dude, some people didn't like that one that much. I still thought it was good. What'd you think? We're a
I
threequel?
thought it was fucking great.
Yeah, dude. Awesome. Dude, Homeboy got ripped for that. He was like, and he's not that big of a guy.
I mean, yes, he did. But like, really, I mean, and this is a very unpopular take, but what Jared Leto did with the Joker is comic book accurate to the T, and nobody wants to hear it. I know everybody hates Jared Leto, and like I get it.
I don't
Like,
hate him. I don't hate him. I think he's good.
a lot of people hate him. I mean, look, you know, judging if we were judging it by a money lens, he's box office poison since he did that movie with Matthew McConaughey where he was a transvestite. North Dallas, whatever it is.
Didn't he win an Academy Award for that?
He did, but
Yeah.
since then, what is he? I mean, look, A Requiem for a Dream, I'll never watch again.
I hear it's really messed up. You told me not to even watch it.
It's like watching Old Yeller. If you want to be but it's watching Old Yeller for 2 hours versus 30 minutes. Like if you want to be disturbed for the rest of your life, go right ahead.
No thanks. Just like
I don't recommend. It's like watching Two Girls, One Cup for 90 minutes.
Dude, that was disgusting.
And also,
dude, how do they not lose their shit with that? I don't know how they're not like vomiting all of us. Dude, The Human Centipede, I will never watch that. I heard it's really bad.
No, avoid. No. Oh God, anything Lars von Trier does, avoid. Basically, avoid. You want to see fucking? You want to see Willem Dafoe's penis? Watch Lars von Trier because you'll see it a lot.
The Bad Lieutenant, you ever see that? Harvey Keitel?
Jesus.
With his baby penis?
Dude, that was great. He's like, that movie was excellent. Super dark, and then they remade it with Nick Cage. Why? Why? You're not going to make any money on it. Nobody's going to watch that. And like, they took all the horrible shit out of it. So it's like,
it was less than 20 years later, too, right? When they did it, because that was
the movie
95,
never need. Who would It's like remaking. You know, I'm gonna take a shit that's gonna look like fucking Mario.
Yeah,
but you don't need to do that. Nobody wants to see it. Even if you can do it, nobody wants to see it. And
you're so preoccupied whether or not good. You just stop thinking. Sure, dude, you're on your end. You're like breaking up a lot. Can you see it on your end?
No, everything looks fine.
You choppy. You're very choppy.
All right.
It looks like you're broadcasting from space. You know when they look up there, it's like this little drop. No.
Balls.
You know, you could probably stop this now because we're gonna look at this. You want to take a look at it on your end? See how?
Okay. Yeah. Good idea. Okay. All right.
If it's just stream.
Right now.